Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have a gentleman that I met some years ago that had such an exciting and interesting story. I just had to bring him back, but I'm sorry I'm bringing him back so late because 12 minutes is just not going to do us any justice whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, I am being joined today by none other than the owner of one of the Eleanor Roosevelt Schools down in Warm Springs. He is the chief strategist for the ERSO program and also Green Mind Growers. I'm being joined by none other than Mr. Debron Walker.
Thank you so much.
Debron, thank you for being here, man. And we were sitting out talking before we got ready to come in, and I'm like, oh my God.
Where do we start?
Right? But we're going to get started.
We are.
Debron, it was been a moment since I had you on the show. Tell us just a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so my name's Debron Walker, owner of Green Mind Growers. We started out very humbly doing community projects around the state, building urban gardens and that kind of thing. Contracted with some of the school districts and helped mentor some kids and got them involved in that kind of stuff, beekeeping, everything. And I was fortunate enough in 2020 with my sister to come together, and we purchased the Eleanor Roosevelt School. And I guess to shorten that down, really briefly, it was the last of all of the Roosevelt schools that were built, over 5,000. And President Franklin Roosevelt used his own personal funds to actually build that school. And what we were talking about outside was Georgia State College, which is Savannah State University, was responsible for doing the research that actually justified opening the school.
Wow.
Yeah.
History.
Yeah, so we love to work with Savannah State.
Absolutely. It's a little known fact there, right?
Yes, sir.
We're talking about education. Why is education to you so important? We're going to talk about a special group of individuals too. Why is education so important to you?
You know what? Because I think all of us have a journey that we've gone on. And I think there's always that fork in the road that you come to where like you can go this way or that way. And it's always an educator or someone who took the time to stop and help steer you in the right direction. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the word education comes from educere, which means to bring out in Latin. And I think education brings out who you should be, and it also helps you find your purpose. So for me, it's a personal connection with that because I want to help as many people as I can, for sure.
Wow, absolutely. And again, we were talking there, Roosevelt had some special needs that, kind of helped him.
Yes.
Or in some kind might have prohibited him from doing various things.
Right.
And you guys and your program is geared to assist special needs individuals.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we put together a mini documentary originally, and I was approached by Georgia Vocational Rehab Agency, and that's Chris Wells and his group in Warm Springs as well as in Atlanta. And we decided that Roosevelt focused on the forgotten, the people that were overlooked. And, with him having polio, he wanted to do as much as he could in Warm Springs to grow the city into being a hub to help. And it's so fitting for us to start there with vocational rehab. And what that means is we're contracted with the state and we provide what you call pre-employment transition services, pre-ETS. Okay. And that covers workplace readiness and self-advocacy. So that's what we do across the state. We're working with Clayton County right now. We're working with Meriwether County and other places to give the kids the skills that they need to enter into the workplace. Wow. So when we say IEP, that's an individual educational plan, and it starts at 14 and up. Anyone from 14 and up right now, we have a program that the state will assist those kids and allow us to go in and actually provide services using the resources that we have, the virtual headset that I told you about. Also the program that we fine-tuned, we did with Duke University, the Fuqua School of Business. Fuqua School of Business, yes. They saw what we were doing with the ERSO project and they were curious. And so we came together with this program called Body Swaps, which allows them to go into a headset and they run real simulations through artificial intelligence, and it provides real-time feedback for you to gauge the kids' growth.
Wow.
And it's been a real confidence booster for a lot of the kids, dealing with managing anxiety, dealing with argumentative people, public speaking, active listening, interview simulations, all of those things, dealing with microaggression. All of these things give those kids that boost, and we want to reach them as early as we can. And we just think the pre-ECS program with GVR and Chris Wells Group is the best place for us to start. And it's something we want to offer to the entire region, West Central Georgia, as well as Clayco, Atlanta. We've also been in Carroll County with the elected officials out there as well.
Very good. In all that when you were talking, I was thinking here, what have you seen in your experience has been the biggest obstacle for individuals with special needs? What have been, you think, has been their biggest obstacle there?
I think we all have those thoughts of just feeling like you don't really fit in, or that, you may not be in the in crowd. And, what I've noticed when we originally won the contract, the confidence was low.
Okay.
And, as we talked about earlier, for me, that just brings me alive, right? I got to get my Superman cape out. Okay. I'm coming to help. Right. And so what I realized is when you can instill confidence in these kids and you make them truly believe that they can do anything regardless of their conditions,
right,
the sky's the limit. I was one of those kids, and I think building the confidence and where the confidence is as opposed to where it goes when we're done interacting with the kids, I think that's been the biggest game changer and difference maker with all the kids all the way around. Let them know you can do it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the artificial intelligence that you use. You say you can put the guardrails on the students.
Yep.
They can actually be in a situation, and you guys are measuring the feedback to kind of...
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about that.
Okay, I'll double back on that. So we use the MetaQuest headsets, and the program that we use, it's a body swaps program, and it's centered around soft skills, which is also something that we offer to state agencies and municipalities. It's open to anyone, but we've concentrated our efforts on where we are needed most, which is special needs. So to give you an idea, let's say we take active listening, right? You take active listening, the kid would go inside of the headset and it'd be a person just like you doing just this. And they'll ask them a series of questions. And what happens is based off of their responses, we're able to assess the feedback and it learns you. It gets better and better. So if I give a speech and I use the word sort of, those are filler words. So those filler words are gaze. So let's say Johnny uses 17 filler words. We want to get that down to 3 by the next time we have another session. Or if, let's say, he's not using enough hand gestures, right? If the posture isn't correct, all of these things are assessed, and then we're able to provide that feedback to our clients, to the customers, to the government agencies, and you can show this is where the kids started, and this is where they were. So those filler words, if it was 17, we want to get it down to 0. Eye contact is another one. It basically gauges how well they're doing everything, and it takes the pressure away because you're in an immersive environment and there's no one there to judge you. And we can put you right back in it and you can see the growth. And that's everything from active listening, dealing with microaggression, as I said. The interview modules are amazing because you get to practice all those things that we look for when we're interviewing, like we were talking about finding contractors and that kind of thing. When you interview these people, you pick up on those things. And we just want to give the kids all of those resources so they can fine tune it early.
Awesome. And I'm thinking, when you build their confidence within the headset, that translate over into real life.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you can go back and you can look at where they started to where they're, where they ended. And we got 2 programs. One is a 12-week program that's pretty much open to, the school districts. If they want to collaborate with us, we can accommodate a 12-week program, which is 30 minutes with one kid for 12 weeks, and you can see it. But the modified version is for special needs kids. It's 2 sessions. And we can do that in one day, and that's going to allow us to travel throughout all 159 counties, one of these days, and 180 school districts, which is a lot.
That's right.
But with us having these resources, it's not unrealistic that we can actually hit that goal once we scale out.
Okay, very good. And Debron, we have so much to talk about, but I want to close out because when we talked last time, you're also the owner of Green Mind Growers.
Yes.
So everything that you all do is theirs organically grown. Talk a little bit about that for us, if you don't mind.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we realized with Green Mind and with the school and the Roosevelts is the Victory Garden.
Uh-huh.
That was a big part of history once upon a time.
Uh-huh.
That's why our great grandparents knew how to grow food.
Mm-hmm.
It was a thing. And so we created with my architectural team, thank you, Justin Nicholson, we designed a Victory Garden inspired worship garden.
Okay.
And it's available to the religious sector. It's in the shape of a cross. We felt like it was a great lesson to talk about how things come and how they go.
Mm-hmm.
But those gardens allow us to grow the Urso project and help people at the same time. And
Gotcha.
a big thank you to Pastor Gibson with Fellowship Church. They were one of the first ones to come on and say, hey, Walker, we want this.
Okay.
And their congregation came together and they did it. And it's something that we're willing to give to any group. And we can make adjustments because ultimately the goal is to get it to as many people as we can so that we can start that conversation about growing food.
Very good. Now, these are actual gardens on the campuses of the churches? Is that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And when you drive by, you'll see it's in the shape of a cross. It's
Okay.
a Fellowship Church. And depending on the season, that will adjust whatever the narrative is. If it's in the spring, there's a conversation there. If it's in the fall, when things leave you, there's a conversation there. During the wintertime, it's about persevering. What can grow? How does the environment change? And we work with the kids. We've done a lot of sessions with that, and it was a big success, man.
Very good. And these are available for churches or organizations to
work anywhere.
They just how if someone that's listening was interested, how can they get in touch with you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. To make it simple, you can go to contact us at erso1936.com. You can also go to www.erso1936.com to hear more about the history of the Eleanor Roosevelt School, more about our MPS project right now, which is also something that's at the top of the priority list for us. And you can reach our direct line at 770-292-8504.
Okay, very good. As we close out, and this is a ways out, we probably gonna get you back on and talk about this. But on October the 9th, you all having an event coming up.
Oh yeah. So October the 9th, Perry, Georgia, which is the Georgia Fairgrounds. We're bringing down all of our the GVRA students so they can experience agriculture away from the city or away from the county that they're in.
Okay.
And we're looking to sign up as many special needs kids and chaperones that we may need.
Okay.
Our goal is we want to bring down 100 kids, but if we need to scale, we can scale more than that.
Okay.
And we want to get them down. Of course, if they're eligible, it won't cost them anything. It'll just be us transporting them down, see animals, they'll get food, they'll get a few lessons, talk about agriculture, and we want to be a big success, and that's October the 9th.
Okay.
And we'll also put that on the website also.
Okay. Well, very good. There again, Debron, I told you 12 minutes is just not enough time for us to talk about the things that you have going on. Awesome topics, awesome things that you're doing there in Warm Springs. And as I told you before, if there's anything that we can do here with this television station, definitely let us know.
Oh, yeah.
We are here to support you any way we can, okay?
Listen, it's a long-term commitment for us. So if you guys need us in any way with the Urso Project, Eleanor Roosevelt School, or the gardens, we're there. And before I go, I want to thank the Roosevelts because they were there the day we had our groundbreaking. You and I. Just August 6th. So, you know, Haven, thank you so much. Nina Roosevelt, the Roosevelt family, they've been involved. West Central Georgia Chamber, Otha Thornton, former Commissioner President Shirley Hines, Dr. Patterson, Dr. Griffin, again, Chris Wells, so many people tonight, and Miss Jacqueline Bridges in Carroll County because she pulled us out, said, Mr. Walker, I need you. So we if you need us, we will show up. And I also speak. So if you need any speaking engagements on any of these topics, that's also
very good. Available. Well, we're definitely going to get you back here to the Troup County area and surrounding areas and give some speeches as well, okay?
I'm here.
Thank you for being my guest today.
Oh, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Welcome to City Scenes. I'm your host, Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange. Today we're going to be talking about just a few of the events that will be happening in and around our area during the week of August 5th through August 11th. Let's get started. Friday, August 9th at 7:30 p.m., Randy Foster along with Barry Waldrop at Pure Life House of Music. Come out to Pure Life House of Music and enjoy listening to Randy Foster and Barry Waldrop as they take the stage together. Randy Foster has written 8 number-1 hit singles, including his own Nobody Wins and Crazy Over You, with duo Foster and Lloyd. His discography contains countless cuts by artists ranging anywhere from country, Keith Urban, the Dixie Chicks, Luke Bryant, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, to contemporary Mark Broussard, Hootie and the Blowfish, Kenny Loggins, and Los Lonely Boys. Barry Waldrop is a very accomplished musician on acoustic guitar, electric guitar, mandolin, and banjo. He has recorded, toured, and performed with well-known artists like Zac Brown, John Cohen, Tony Rice, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, Joey and Rory, Randy Travis, John Barry, Jimmy Hall, and many more. Saturday, August 10th, beginning at 8 a.m., yard sale, benefiting the Walk to End Alzheimer's at Poplar Creek Assisted Living. Save the date. We're having a community yard sale to help raise money for the Walk to End Alzheimer's event. All proceeds from this yard sale will go directly to the Alzheimer's Association. Saturday, August 10th, from 12 noon until 9 p.m., Beacon Anniversary Party at Beacon Brewing Company. Join us and come celebrate our 6th anniversary. Shop local artisans and vendors from 3 until 7 p.m. Enjoy live music along with food and drink specials all day. We will be releasing a brand new beer, Coup de Goose, and 2 special returns, Funkadelic and Yo-Ho Yo-Ho. Live music from 12:30 to 2:30 will be with Dallas Dorsey, 3:30 to 5:30, Nick Mayfield, 6 to 9 p.m., Al Zachary and Zach Knight, artisans and vendors, Uptown Bounce, Megan Tipsword, Danielle Evans Designs, W. Crew Cigar Lounge, The Fringe River, Goldie Flower House, Mere Moon Creations. Saturday, August 10th at 8 p.m., Gabby Barrett with Maddox Batson at Sweetland Amphitheater. Don't miss Gabby Barrett as she takes the Sweetland stage. Gabby Barrett is one of the hottest names in country music today and already has quite the list of accolades to prove it. From receiving the Billboard Women in Music 2022's Rising Star Award, being included in the 2021 CMT Artist of the Year, and receiving the iHeartRadio Titanium Award, Gabby Barrett is making her mark on the music world. She supported some of the biggest acts in country music, including Jason Aldean, Kane Brown, and Brooks and Dunn, and has surpassed 3 billion global career streams. As a reminder, no umbrellas, no outside food or drinks, and only low-profile beach chairs. These are just a few of the many events that will be happening in and around LaGrange during the week of August 5th through 11th. We hope everybody will be able to get out and enjoy some fun, and as always, stay safe.
Thank you for joining City Week this week, ladies and gentlemen. My guests have been from the Warm Spring area. I had on the owner of the Eleanor Roosevelt School, and also the chief strategist for the URSO program, and also owner of the Green Mind Growers, Mr. Debron Walker, as he talked about this, all the various things that his school offers there. So by all means, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to learn more about all those topics that he talked about, give him a call or hit him up on his website information that he provided. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this interview, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.